So, good morning to everyone. Today we will start the topic of computer network. Now, in computer networking, in today's class we will introduction. We will only introduce the computer network part. So, at first we will know that what is computer network. Main the thing is, what is the computer network? A network is a set of devices. A network is a set of devices, or we can say it is a set of nodes that are connected by the media links, or we can say it is a communication channel. So, what it means, a network is a set of devices or a set of nodes. Now, what will be the set of nodes or what will be the set of devices? Nodes can be computer, can be mobiles, printer, mobile, etc. Nodes can be any of this, or the set of devices can be any of this. And these devices, all the devices are connected by a communication channel. By a communication channel, or we can say by a media links. So what is the purpose of this? What is the purpose of a network? Mainly the purpose of a network is to exchange data such as text, audio, video, everything. Mainly for exchanging a data from one point to another point. That's why we use the network. In this network, here it can be all the computers are connected. It may be all the printers are connected with a communications channel, or we can say all the mobile devices are connected through a communication channel. And the aim of the work is to transfer or exchange a data. Transfer or exchange a data from devices, from one point to the other point, from one device to another, from one node to another. Now, in this example, you can see that there is a total 2 PCs are connected, 2 PCs and 1 printer. These 3 are connected with one another through a communication channel. So now means this PC want to send some data to this PC. It will send through the communication channel. If this PC wants to send printer some data, it will send to this communication channel. Or this printer want to send some data to this PC. It will send the data through this communication channel. Means all the devices are connected with one another through a communication channel. And the purpose of a network is to transfer data from one point to the other. Now, for basic communication model, we can say for a basic communication model, it has 5 entities. One is source, one is transmitter, one is transmission system, one is receiver, and another is destination. So mainly source, the source, here it is the source. The source sends some data through transmitter using transmission system to the receiver, and receiver receives it and sends it to the destination. This is the main thing. A communication model work like this. Means the source sends some data through transmitter, and it transmits through transmission system to the receiver. Receiver then receives the information or the data which the source sent through the transmitter, and receiver then sends the data to the destination. This is the basic communication model. Now, what is source? Source is basically a device that generates a data to transmit. The data, the particular data has to be sent or has to be transmitted. It is generated by the source. Then from source, the data goes to the transmitter. Then what is the purpose of the transmitter? It transforms and encodes the information. Means the source sending some data is in this data is encoded or transformed. Means some like source are sending some audio or video file to the destination. Then the source, the audio or video file will send that data, source send this audio or video file first to the transmitter. The purpose of the transmitter will be this audio or video file will be converted into 01 language or machine language. It will convert it into 01 code. Transmitter, that's why transmitter transform and encodes that information. It is called, that's why that it transform and encodes the information. It converts the audio or video file, whichever is sending to by the source, to the 01 code. And then this 01 code will be transmission through the transmission system. It will be received by the receiver. Then receiver will perform, it will convert this 01 code or the information which is sent by the transmitter to the normal audio video file. And then receiver sends this to the destination. And what is the purpose of the destination? It accepts the incoming data from the source. So that's how a basic communication model works. Source sends some data to the transmitter. Transmitter then encodes the data to the 01 or machine code. And this data is transmitted through transmission system to the receiver. In the receiver end, receiver receives this 01 code or the machine code, and it converts it to the normal audio, video, or text, whichever the source is sending. And after that, receiver sends it to the destination, and destination then accepts the incoming data. So that's how a basic communication model works. It is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that's how a basic communication model works. Now, what is the computer network criteria? The criteria we want, some criteria we wanted. So whatever the criteria we are wanting, that computer network criteria is our network performance should be good. Now, 3 ways we measure that our computer network is good or not. That is based on the performance, based on the reliability, and based on the security. These 3 constraints or the 3 criteria we consider our computer, we consider that our computer network is good or not. So for performance, based on performance, 2 times are considered. That one is transit time and one is response time. So what is transit time? The amount of time required to transfer the information from one device to another. The time required to transfer the information from one device to another is known as transit time. And the response time, it is the time between inquiry and response. Means a device inquires something to the another device. Means a device is sending some request to the other device, and both the devices are connected in a network. Now, the response given from that device to the device which inquires, the total time between this is known as the response time. So, a computer network whose transit time and response time is less, we can say that the performance of this computer network is good. Transit time means the amount of time to transfer the information from one device to another. If less time is required, then we can say that our computer network is performance is good. And response time is the time if a node or a device inquires something to the another device or node which is in the network, and the response given from the device which receives the inquiry to the device to the inquires, the total time required is known as the response time. So based on transit time and response time, if it is less, then we can say the performance of our computer network is good. The next step is reliability. Our next is reliability. Now, the network is reliable or not. How can we measure that the network is reliable or not? We can measure that using the packet sending. Now, now later on, I will discuss that what is packet, what is data. It is all are different. But now you can know that if any device sends some packet or the information, or mainly the thing is information, because a network is mainly, aim of the network is mainly to exchange data between the devices that are connected in a network. So if a device send a packet or the information and this is totally received by the destination, means no information is lost during the communication process, then we can say that our network is reliable. We measure the network reliability by packet sending. Means the source sends some packets to the destination, and receiver receives those, or receiver receives those packets. If the means consider that the source is sending 4 packets and receiver receives all those 4 packets, then we can say our computer network is reliable. The network we are using are reliable. But if source sends 4 packets and receiver receives only 2 packets, then it is not so much reliable. Our network is not so much reliable because the packet is lost. Some packets are lost during the communication time. Then we can say our network is non-reliable. And the third criteria is the security. Now, what is security mean? Security means unauthorized access of our data. Like example, you and your friend are communicating through a communication channel and through a network. That means you are sending a data, some messages you are sending, that in this message written is tiger is written. So you are sending a data that is written as tiger. But during the communication process, there is an eavesdropper, or we can say an unauthorized access person, which hacks your communication channel, and it changes the data tiger to lion. And in the receiver end, which is your friend is in the receiver end, and your friend receives the data as a lion, but you are sending the data as a tiger, but your friend is receiving the data as a lion. So between your communication channel, there is a person who hacks on your communication channel and changes the data which you are sending. So this is the unauthorized access. So any question? It is clear till now?
Yes, sir.
Continue.
Okay. So in case of security means unauthorized access of our data. So some data you are sending as a source, but the data is tampered or hacked during the communication process by any other person, so that the data which the source are sending, the receiver didn't able to receive the same data. So this is the unauthorized access of our data. And if our unauthorized, if the security is not good in our computer network, then these things may happen. So based on these criteria for performance, reliability, and security, our computer network is good or not. We can say a computer network is good or not. So based on these three criteria, one is performance, one is reliability, and another one is security. Clear? So this is the computer network criteria. Then there is a types of connection. So types of connection, there are two types of connection present in a network. That is point-to-point connection and multi-point connection. Now, what is point-to-point connection? Point-to-point connections means there is a dedicated link between two devices. Means between two PCs, there is a dedicated link. Like you can see this diagram, there is a dedicated link. This link is only responsible for transferring information from between these two computers or two PCs or two mobile devices, any devices. So dedicated link, if there is a dedicated link between two devices, then we can say it is a point-to-point connection. Means this link is only responsible for exchanging data between these two devices only. It is not responsible for other devices. It is only responsible for exchanging data between these devices. So that's why it is called point-to-point connection. But in the case of multi-point connection, more than two devices share a single link. You can see in the diagram, there are 4 devices. One is server and other is 3 PCs that are connected in a single link. So if more than 2 devices share a single link, then we can say it is a multi-point connection. But in case of point-to-point connection, only a dedicated link is between 2 devices. So these are some of the basics of computer network. So our aim of a computer network is mainly to transfer or exchange data between the devices. And these are some of the criteria of a computer network and the types of connection used in the computer network. It is 2 types, point-to-point connection and multi-point connection. Clear till now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we will move into our basics, which you are not familiar with. That is, you have always know that there is a 3 networks we use, that is LAN. You have already known that, remember that you have LAN, WAN, MAN. So these are the types of network we used. Now we use 3 types of network. One is LAN, that means LAN is known as local area network. Then our other is MAN, that is metropolitan area network. And another one is WAN, that is wide area network. Clear? So 3 types of network we mainly used. Now, what is LAN? You familiar with this name because you have know this LAN connection. So LAN connection mainly operates over a small physical area. LAN operates over a small physical area such as office, society, etc. Means now all the PCs, like example, all the PCs that are present in our college campus that are connected through a LAN because it operates over a small physical area. that is office, society, etc. Means a network that present inside a building or a group of building, factory, school, college, hospital, then we call that network as a local area network. Means a network that is present inside our school, college, hospital, building, group of building, etc. That is local area network. It operates over a small physical area. The LAN in which in our college and the LAN which is present in office are not same, because LAN operates over a small physical area, and it is very much easy to design because it works under a small area. So it is very easy to design. As an example, you can take that all the PCs that are present in our college are connected with the LAN. And it is a small space. So all are it is easy to design for them because it operates over a small area. And it is also easy to troubleshoot, means it is also easy to detect problems because it operates over a small area. So if any problem happens, that means in case of like in your college, that if any problem happens, then it will be inside this college. The problems will not be anywhere other else. It is the problem which is created inside the college. So that's why it is also easy to troubleshoot. And it uses, now I am not discussing about topology, I will discuss later, but you only know that we uses bus ring topology are generally used on it. In local area network, bus and ring topologies are generally used. We'll discuss later what is topologies. There are 5 types of topologies present: bus, ring, mesh, hybrid. That later on I will discuss, but till now you should know that only bus and ring topologies are generally used on it. Okay, so LAN main issue is that LAN operates over a small physical area, and that's why operates in a small physical area. It is easy to design and it is also easy to troubleshoot, and it works on bus ring topologies. It use the bus ring topology. So the main use of LAN is it is used to connect, or it is used to share the resources such as printer, hard disk, etc. Means the main use of the LAN is to connect, or it is to share the resource such as printer, hard disk, etc. Like in example, if you see this example, it will be more clear to you that you can see there is a building. In this building, all the PCs are connected. Inside this, all the PCs are connected in a LAN, and it is using bus topology. It is using bus topology, and you can see a single link is used by 3 PCs. That means it is a multi-point connection. It is a multi-point connection because you have seen that in multi-point connection, more than 2 devices are connected. So here in this building, all the PCs are connected in a LAN, and it is using bus topology, and it is a multi-point connection. Clear? In another building, there is also PCs connected, and these PCs are using ring topologies. It is also connected in this building, also connected. The PCs that are present are also connected in a LAN, and it is used ring topology. It is used ring topology. So it is in another building. So we can say that through LAN, these 2 buildings, the PCs present in these 2 buildings can be connected with a bridge. Means it operates over a small area. With the help of bridge, we can connect these 2 buildings PCs. So in LAN, it operates over a small area, building to building, or it can be office inside the all the PCs present in the office, or all the PCs present in the school, college, etc. So that's how a LAN works. And if it is connect this the building, we can connect it through the. You can see that it is in the building, and this is also in the building, and these two buildings are all the PCs are connected to the bridge. Through bridge, we can connect it to LANs. Clear? It is clear?
Yes, sir.
If anyone has any question, you can ask, or I will continue it. Okay. So next is the properties of a LAN. So what are the properties of a LAN? It is a private network, means it is privately owned, and it has not linked to any regulatory authority. It is a private network and it is not linked to any regulatory authority. And though it is operates on a small area, has very high speed. It has very high speed because it operates on a small physical area, and all the connections are direct connections. That's why LAN speed is very high compared to other networks. That is wide area network, metropolitan area network. Compared to them, LAN is very much, LAN speed is very much, because it operates over a small area, and all the connections present in this are of direct connections. Now, advantage of the LAN, it used resource sharing. See, the resources such as printer, hard disk, all are shared. So that's why LAN is of a very high speed and it operates over a small physical area. So for resource sharing, it is the advantage of the LAN. But disadvantage is mainly that LAN only operates over a small area. If our area is big, then LAN couldn't able to work. So this is the disadvantage of LAN. But advantage is LAN has the most high speed and it has direct connections. Clear? So this is all about LAN. The next, our another network is MAN, that is Metropolitan Area Network. Now in LAN, you can see that it operates over a small physical area, means inside office, inside college, inside school, all the PCs are connected in a LAN. But in metropolitan area network, it is extended over an entire city. That's why it is called metropolitan. It is extended over a city and it is the bigger version of a LAN. So all the PCs connected in a LAN means all the PCs that are present, that are connected in a LAN, and all the LANs are connected to the WAN. So all the LANs present in the city are connected with the WAN. Means, WAN means MAN. This will be not WAN, this will be MAN. So all the LANs present in the city are connected with the MAN. So this is the bigger version of a LAN. So metropolitan area network extended over the entire city. Now in this example, you can see that in a part of a city, there is a LAN connection. And in this LAN, the PCs are connected and these are using bus topology. Clear? So in this LAN, this is in the one part of the city And for using router, that when the router is used to connect different networks. Here, all the LANs are connected to the for man. So router is used for connection of two different networks. So here you can see that it is connected in a part of a city, that all the system present here are connected in a LAN, and it is using bus topologies. And this LAN is connected to the router. In other part of a city, there is the router communication between other part of a city. There is another LAN, and in this LAN, the PCs are connected in a ring topologies. So this is in the two parts. This part is present in one part, and this part is present in another part of a city. So one LAN that is present in a part of a city, and another LAN that is present in the part of other cities, other part of the city. If these two networks should be connected, this network should be connected to the router. Router connects the different networks. Then you can see this LAN is connected to the router, and this LAN is also connected to the router. Means this LAN has a router, and in the other part of the city, the LAN 2 is present in the other part of the city, and it has also a router, own router. So both LAN has the own router, and this router are communication between them through local telephone exchange. Now, in the private network, our LAN is the private network. For LAN, there is no need of any regulatory authority. This regulatory authority will be public or private, means our government, some organizations of the government, or some organizations of the private, which mainly improves or which mainly regulated that. But in case of man, there should be an regulatory authority present. There should be an regulatory authority present. This regulatory authority will check that all regulatory authority will be check that the exchange of information is happening, because it is the bigger version of a LAN. It is a bigger version of a LAN. That's why it will check that. And regulatory authority is needed for performing such a bigger version of a data exchange, because it is not a private network. So the LAN that is present in a part of a city is connected to the router, and the LAN that is present in the other part of the city is connected to the router. And this LAN is using the bus topologies. All the PCs connected are in bus topology. And in LAN 2, which is present in the other part of the city, here all the PCs are connected in a ring topology. All the PCs are connected in a ring topology, and it is connected to the router. And both the LAN has an own router. This router are connected to a local telephone exchange. This local telephone exchange is a media communication network. It is a media communication network. So both this router will, through this router, this LAN will exchange data between them. So LAN works in small private area or small places, and all the LANs are connected, are present in the MAN. It works on the metropolitan area network, so that it is extended over an entire city. Clear? It is clear? till now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is about our man. So with help of certain exchange mechanism, two different LAN networks will communicate with each other. And now in this example, LAN was in one is in the one part of the city and LAN 2 is in the other part of the city. And both have a own router. And these routers communicate between them through local telephone exchange. So the router can be connected to any communication medium network. Then the properties of the MAN, the properties of the metropolitan area network. Metropolitan area network covers towns, cities. Mainly metropolitan area network covers the town and city, but its radius should be under 50 kilometers. It only operates efficiently between 50 kilometers. After that, MAN didn't able to work. Metropolitan area didn't to work. It only works between the 50 kilometers. And the communication channel which is used will be in the optical fiber. Will be used as in an optical fiber for data communication. Okay. This is the MAN. This is all about the MAN. Clear? So next, our third type of network is wide area network. This wide area network operates over a large distance, such as country, state. So it operates over a large distance.